Hello everyone, thank you for your patience. Game looking small today. Let's just increase that size there. I want it to be about yay big. Alright, thank you everyone for your patience, and hello everyone, welcome. Happy Wednesday, my dudes. Today we are going to be continuing the playing Pokemon Blue as Blue, also known as Green, also known as Garyoke, also known as your rival. Bonjour, Safari. So good afternoon and good evening, depending on your time zone. Maybe even good morning. I'm not sure if it's morning. It's probably morning in Hawaii. So if you're watching from Hawaii, good morning. Actually, it might be morning in Asia. I don't know. Either way, greetings. Good day to all. This run we're just gonna. The way this run works for anybody who is new here, we are playing through the original Pokemon Blue. Every battle with the rival will be a. Oh, hello. Here is my cat. He always likes to come say hello during the stream. You wanna... Okay, I'm not gonna pick him up. I think he wants to sit on the back of the chair. He can sit there. But, where was that? Yeah, so every battle with the rival is going to be a mirror match. And in between the rival battles, that's when we're gonna kind of, just keep using the same team, and we just have to be very careful not to over level. So, where we left off last time, we actually, let's continue here. Yeah, we had just made it to Vermilion. Probably, let's see, we actually were not able to beat Misty yet because, let's go do this first and I'll explain. When we were trying to get to the next rival battle, we are just at the exact levels we need to be. Is it just me, or is the screen showing up kind of weird? It's like, let me figure out, does the screen look cut off to you guys, or is it just on my end? Oh, you know what? It might just be that when we're in this, like literally when we're in this building, yeah, like it's just, it looks like it's on the corner because we're inside a building. That might be what's going on here. So we listen to this weirdo talk about how he likes to touch Rapidash while sleeping. We try to not think too hard about that. We pick up our cat who is blocking our screen. All right, buddy. You gotta block the screen, you gotta say hello to the Twitch, that's how it works. Hello? This is Lucky. He likes to hang out with us. This is actually not a video gaming stream, it's a cat stream that occasionally has video games. I'm just kidding. But it does come out like that sometimes. Yeah, so there's this, we talk to this weirdo, we get our bike voucher. And we cannot battle literally anyone else until we go do the battle with the rival right here. If we try to, we run the risk of having too much experience, and then we will be a higher level than our rival, and so we can't be having that. So let me just double check this. So yeah, so right now he has we have exactly the team you can see on the screen there. Level 19 Pidgeotto, which knows Gust, Sand Attack, and Quick Attack. We have Kadabra level 18, which knows Teleport and Confusion, and looks like the rivals Kadabra knows Disable. However, in this universe, we're not supposed to have Disable yet. So, we're gonna do what Gary Oak always does and cheat. Let me just copy something in here. Gary Oak, how did your Kadabra learn Disable? That is... two. Let's go ahead and solve this little inconvenience we've got going on here. Yes. Oh, okay, so it's supposed to learn Disable at level 20. Alright, I hope this doesn't, I hope this cheating doesn't make anything get messed up too badly. I think I need, yeah, Kadabra at the front of the list. Let's just check it now. No, that was not what I wanted to do, but okay. Let me just check and make sure the code worked and then I'll just reset. I gotta be really careful because he knows teleport. Yep. Oh, we magically have Disable. Alright then. But I am gonna reset because I need to keep that teleport location. I mean, I don't. We can just walk back manually. It's just kind of a pain to walk through that long tunnel. Especially because you go back to Cerulean for the bicycle. So you don't get the bicycle until after you go back to that tunnel. Alright. Wait a minute. Nope. I have to reset this. You know, Gary Oak, you could have just waited 2 turns. You really didn't have to cheat. Alright, so we put Kadabra in the top slot. We turn on our magic device. We check our Kadabra. He now knows Disable. We're gonna go ahead and save that. And we are going to try to not mess stuff up too much. Now that we've saved, restart. Yeah, the Exeggutor later, it actually won't be too bad. We'll be able to, there are other ways to get the Exeggutor we need. Alright, now let's check our buddy Kadabra. Is he all set? There we go. You know what? We can't use the Disable unless we heal. I'll just heal here. We'll just walk through the tunnel. If worst push comes to shove, we can use the speed up button just for that tunnel. Because this is not a speed run the way the solo runs are. Well, the solo runs are also not really speed runs. They're kind of like jogging runs. Because, you know, we're not like trying to compete for any world records or anything crazy like that, but we do want to see how fast a single Pokemon can get through it, whereas this is just kind of a special run. And oh dear, sorry to interrupt again, I have to deal with my cat for a second. All right. Thank you very much for your patience, everyone. Just had to deal with things getting knocked over. Just another Wednesday. Oh man. Okay, so yeah, we have Disable now. I just need to confirm the rest of the team, right? So we just check in on Raticate here. He should have Tackle, Tail Whip, Quick Attack, Hyper Fang. Tackle, Tail Whip, Quick Attack. Not in that order, but he has the right moves. And finally, our buddy Charmeleon, level 20. He should be having Scratch Growl, Ember Leer, Scratch Growl, Ember Leer. Again, not in the. Oh my gosh, buddy. How about you sit on my lap today? That would be nice. I would appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, just don't block the screen, please. Thank you, Kat. Yeah, so looks like we do have the correct team now that we have magically learned Disable a little bit earlier. And it sounded a little quiet on my end. I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit. Let me know if it's too quiet or too loud. Thank you. And yeah, we are ready for our next rival battle. We might be able to like sneak past 1 or 2 battles, but we don't really need to, so we are just gonna go ahead and, before I forget, we do have 1 potion per Pokemon. That's looking at Gary's AI, that is how he, oh dear, we cannot buy potions. Well, you know what, we're gonna have just the 1 potion. He usually doesn't seem to use a potion very much during this battle anyways, so we don't need potions. We're like a better Gary. We're the new and improved Gary that doesn't need as many potions. So, we are going to just go straight to the SS Anne to get cut. Oops. I'm just gonna put on some lip balm. My lips are very dry today for some reason. Cool. So, let's get on this boat. Now, the kind of funny thing here is that we will see very shortly the next team, and there's going to be something unusual about that. I will allow you guys to see if you can guess what might be going on here. But first we have to do this battle. Does Gary only use regular Yes. So literally, even the second to last battle, the one like before you enter Victory Road, like to the west of Viridian City, he also has only potions for that one. I do like to, for major battles, I like to have the animations on. It was more so in Gen 3, it was really better because like the animations are starting to look kind of nice at that point, but even in this one they're not bad. So here's our favorite rival, Ash. Imagine this alternate universe where Red is the jerk and Blue is the nice guy. But here we go. Here's our rival. Pidgeotto level 19. Well, what a coincidence. I too have Pidgeotto level 19. Why is his Pidgeotto faster? I swear he cheats. Like, because by default, they don't call them EVs in this generation. It's called, what, stat experience? But basically, there's that thing in Pokemon games where if you defeat opponent's Pokemon, it adds to your abilities, and when you level up, like certain abilities will level up more if you did it by considering how many of each Pokemon you defeated. That's like the easiest explanation I can do for that. So because we got our Pidgeotto at a like level 2 Pidgey and trained it up, whereas every computer Pokemon, I believe every computer Pokemon has no stat XP listed. So theoretically, we should be faster, but we're not. I believe they're what are they called? DVs, which are called IVs in the modern games. The just like each Pokemon innately has certain strengths and weaknesses. I believe they're like, I think they're all just like 7, like they're very average. So I guess we have like below, because we lost also the very first battle. So we already know we were dealing with a below average Charmander. So I guess we're also having a below average Pidgey. Oh, Hyper Fang is his best move. Let's do a Hyper Fang of our own. Okay, maybe our Rattata is okay. Oh, you fool! You absolute fool! You could have killed me right there, Gary. I mean, Ash. I mean, Red. Or he just... Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, right? I mean, I should check, I guess. But I didn't believe that... We actually don't need to, like, make each individual Pokemon a mirror, because I think... Oh no! Oh no! Not to our teleport! How are we going to escape battle now? Oh goodness, I'm so happy that we were not disabled any longer. Yeah, I think we should feel free to like switch. Because if it has to be every single Pokemon as a mirror match, that's kind of a lot of restrictions in a way that's probably not as fun. Oh shoot, I actually did bring this one in because I wanted to do Sand Attack. Well, let's get a Quick Attack in. Man, his disables are not doing very hot today. There's no escape. There is no escape from the onslaught of Gary Oak's Pidgeotto. Alright, and so Charmeleon, well, funny you mentioned that. I too have a level 20 Charmeleon. Let's go ahead and soften him up a little bit. Although probably we're gonna, I don't even know, should we use Ember or, because we get stabbed but it's less effective. Let's see how Scratch does. Probably not very much. Oof. Okay. Well, that was a critical hit, so the leader won't make a difference. Okay. So that basically didn't give us any information because those were both critical hits. But let's just go ahead and use our Kadabra, who, unlike our opponent, is not a fool that tries to run from battle. We are very not afraid of you. Yes, nice. Wow, that was a lot of critical hits. We got 3 critical hits in one battle. 2 can cheat at this game. No, I didn't put any cheats to get like extra critical hits. It was just luck. I actually brought out my sweater today because I was like, I'm gonna wear a sweater, and then it's actually quite warm today, so I'm not wearing a sweater. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and do this. We actually technically do not need to do this, and I will explain why in a moment, but we might as well just do it. Alright, so now that we have beaten our rival, the next question is, this was the 4th rival battle, right? So we need to prepare for our next rival battle will be in the Lavender Ghost Tower on the other side of the rock tunnel. And this is what we are looking forward to for that. We have, let's see this. Pidgeotto can go up to level 25. Pidgeotto's gonna have Gust, Sand Attack, so basically the same moves because Whirlwind is not useful. We get a new buddy, Execute, so that's gonna be fun because we're gonna somehow make it down to the Safari Zone and then go all the way back up to the Ghost Tower to meet with our rivals. So we'll figure that out. Our buddy Raticate is actually MIA, so no more Raticate. We do not see Raticate again for the rest of this game. And Kadabra will be having the same moves. And Charmeleon... Alright, so Charmeleon is gonna pick up Rage, that's cool. But that's about it. So, that was our lovely journey upon the boat. Goodbye, boat. I guess I could have left the boat there to, if we need to grind later, but you know, I think we'll be okay. I think we can do things a different way, basically. Alright, so, first order of business. Yeah, so Rage is gonna replace Scratch, and I'm trying to I believe Gen 1 Rage is the one that you use it once, and then you just cannot do any other moves. You just Rage until the end of eternity. Like, that's all you can do. You get locked into it. You cannot use an item, not that we use items anyway. You cannot use a, like, you cannot switch Pokemon. It's like, you just start raging and then that's it. You cannot choose a different move. The rage never ceases. Like, a lot of moves that you get stuck in them, like Thrash, for instance, from the Spinda run, that when you get stuck in it for 2 or 3 turns, right? But then once those 2 or 3 turns are up, you can stop your thrashing and you can do whatever you want to do. We do not have that option when it comes to Rage. So it is time for our beloved friend, Raticate, to go on a little journey. I think we need some mood music for this. So as we all know, Gary Oak does not have his Raticate in the next battle. And Raticate will not be seen again for the rest of the entire game. There's only one way to understand this. Raticate is passing away. Once released, Raticate is gone forever. Okay, alright, enough sadness. Raticate's dead. That's it for Raticate. Bye, Raticate. We do need to pick up our Execute, but let's see. First, I think we should just go ahead and deal with... Technically, we don't have to deal with Lieutenant Surge. We do have to deal with Misty. But I think it's just, there's no real disadvantage to doing this, So here we are. We have a tree. None of Gary's Pokemon ever have cut at any given point. As I recall from the last battle, nobody had cut. This is our next team. As you can see, oops. Nope, that direction. That direction. You can see the next team. There is no cut. Can Gary Oak walk around trees without the Cascade badge? This is an excellent question. I believe that Gary Oak can indeed deal with trees. Yeah, so that's how what normal people do when there's a tree. They walk around the other side of the tree. Yeah, that's, I don't know why Red seems to think that a tree just completely ends his journey and there's nothing you can do if there's a single tree on a road. I don't know how he walks down, like, honestly, any road, because a lot of roads will have trees on them, like, just as like a urban design or something, right? Like adding some greenery. But we are able to walk around trees like a normal human being. And now here we are. Our next battle would be against Lieutenant Surge. So let's go ahead and... Unfortunately, Gary Oak is not as good at walking through trash cans. Oh, okay, cool. But I guess we're pretty lucky we got that one right away. I'm going to save. Hopefully we spend a minimal amount of time in the hellscape that is Lieutenant Surge's gym. Nope, that was a mistake. Well, let's just do a little bit of time traveling to 5 seconds ago before we looked in that trash can. Hello, Alex. Welcome. Good to hear from you. Excuse me. No worries about the alert. The stream is going very well. We managed to walk around a tree, so that's always good. I hope you have a great evening or work or whatever it is. Oh dear. Okay, that was also the wrong one. Let's try this again. So, fun little fast fact here. They say that this, when you find one can, right, so this can had a switch, they say it should be one of the ones next to it or above it. However, there is also another possibility, which is it can always be this one on the upper left. So anytime it can be this one on the upper left. So if you're not sure, it's actually a pretty good first guess. Yeah, see, unfortunately, you literally, if you just joined, you literally missed walking around the tree by like maybe like 10 seconds. We were just commenting on how normal people, when they see a tree, they just walk around it. Like if you have a tree, like if you're on a city sidewalk, there's like, okay, there's gonna be trees, right? Like urban planning, make the city look a little bit more green, put a tree in the middle of a sidewalk, and you just kind of walk around them. I don't really know what's wrong with Red, where he feels incapable of walking around a tree. That is not an issue for Blue. But yeah, let's just wrap this up while we're still here in Vermilion. Then we can go back and deal with our deal with Misty, and then we can go through the rock tunnel. The kind of nice thing is we do have to somehow magically make it to the Safari Zone before we do the Lavender battle. But the nice thing about that is the Execute is actually, in fact, it is lower than the lowest level of Execute that would naturally appear in the Safari Zone. So, once again, Gary is cheating. However, he's cheating in a way that is disadvantageous to himself. He is making his own Pokemon weaker than it ever naturally would be. Alright, so this is so far fine. That was only the first one though. Kadabra, so what, let me double check, what's our level cap for the next one? It's pretty high, right? It's like, yeah, we can get up to level 20. That's actually not very high. So, let's be careful here with Kadabra. I feel like he's going to level up just from this Pikachu if we didn't switch. Alright, Lieutenant Surge is gonna do that. That's a thing that he does for some reason. He also feels it growling. Pikachu, imagine Pikachu feeling it growling at Charmeleon, right? Pikachu's just like, Pika, and Charmeleon's just like, that really doesn't scare me, bruh. Like, that had no effect on me, I gotta be honest. Yeah, Lieutenant Surge. I mean, yeah, right? Well, I mean, I remember as a kid, I didn't understand any of the X items. Like, I didn't think any of the X items were useful. Even nowadays, I don't really use them, but I do know that, like, they're actually, if you want to, like, speed run this game, that's what people do. They use X items and then just, like, sweep everyone. I feel like they thought they had an idea with this. They thought, like, you know, let's explain to the person playing the game that, you know, there's this thing called the X speed, and when you use it, it'll make your Pokemon faster, and we'll have X speed be the item that Lieutenant Surge likes to use because he likes fast Pokemon. And alright, that's fine. This actually might not be fine. We might actually not make it through this. Yeah, we... Oh jeez. I think Kadabra... Well, it's just... I don't want to... I think this... Because I think this is gonna... Let's see how much until Kadabra levels up. 640. Because we don't want Kadabra to level up again. Because if he levels up again, we cannot use him at all until, like, so we can't use him at all in the rock tunnel. And that's what I think is going to happen right here. But I also don't want to redo this. Kadabra's too strong. Kadabra OP. Okay, so we didn't quite level up, but we're very close to leveling up with that Kadabra. So let's try to not use the Kadabra. My biggest concern is I do think we need to use the Kadabra. Well, we don't need to use the Kadabra at any given point, but it would be preferential to use the Kadabra at one particular trainer in the rock tunnel that is mandatory, who has, here's a TM we'll never use. He has, gosh, what does he have? I believe it's like a couple Geodudes and a Graveler, or a couple Gravelers and a Geodude, something like that. And he... Obviously, it will be preferable to use Kadabra because that's going to be our only one that has something that's not very effective. So, probably Alex is lurking already, but for anybody who is still present, let's watch the amazing walking around a tree again. Boom. That is how normal people deal with trees. They walk around them. We do just want to, every time we do that, we do want to reset. Walking around trees is a very dangerous thing to do. If you walk around a tree, you might run the risk of walking around everything in the universe. So we don't really want to mess with that too much. But yeah, let's go ahead and heal our buddies. And let's just be extremely careful in the rock tunnel with Kadabra. Let's only use our Kadabra on that guy with the Gravelers. I mean, it's kind of funny because this is not a solo run, so we can also just actually let his Pokemon explode on us and just, you know, okay, his Pokemon exploded us, NBD. But I think generally it may be preferable to not have that happen. I think we have to do, I believe there are other mandatory trainers after him, like at least one. I will actually load that right now. Rock Tunnel. Do I have the old rod? Thank you for reminding me. We do need to pick up the old rod. Thank you very much, Safari. Actually, I almost completely forgot that. I mean, we would have been able to do it anyways, but let's just pick it up now while we're here. Cool. However, actually, yeah, we do need to get our Gyarados right away. So, in the in Red's universe, you can only find wild Magikarps, right? Even if you have a Super Rod, it doesn't matter the type of rod. However, Gary manages to have a Gyarados that knows at level 22 Leer, Dragon Rage, Bite, and Hydro Pump, which is only possible if you caught it as a Gyarados. So, we are gonna try something here. Let's check and see how, do we got Pokeballs? Oh, we used all of our, that's right, we used all of our Pokeballs catching, which one was it? The Abra? Yeah, I believe it was Abra. I believe we used up all of our Pokeballs on looking for Abras. So let's just go ahead and take some Pokeballs here. Let's buy the repels too, actually. Well, let me see. Do we have repels yet? No, we need repels. How many do we usually buy? Like at least 10, right? You know what? Let's buy some super potions. We can't use them in battles, but we can like use them between battles in the rock tunnel, maybe. Now would be a great time for us to catch a much better Pokemon than Red could ever catch. Okay, so actually, who do we want to have help us catch this? Because I don't want to overpower it and have it get knocked out. Let's save here, just in case. And let us do, this is something we haven't done in a long time, a fishing experience. Let's have a nice little fishing experience. That's the noise a fishing rod makes. What the heck is this? Okay, we're fine, we're fine. No big deal, just a big old mess. Let's just try to catch it quickly. We missed the Pokemon. This might be a little bit inconvenient. You know what? You know what? Gyarados has other ways of getting his Gyaradoses. Let us try some additional thing. And just one moment, just doing some typical, very legitimate, all above the board activities here. Thank you for your patience, everyone, as we deal with something here. Yes, so just another day with just another terrifying sea monster. Let's go ahead and buy a few of these. Wow, this shopkeeper is so nice. He just gives us Master Balls. What an absolute bro. No wonder Gary Oak has so many strong Pokemon. Now, let's see if we can find ourselves the horrifying sea monster we just found. Oh dear. I like how you can kind of see the mouth. I mean, Gary Oak cheats. What can I tell you? He's a big cheater. The atrocious Pokemon. That is accurate. It is capable of destroying entire cities. No nickname for you. Alright, let's check our Hellbeast and make sure he looks normal again. And let's double check his moves against our Gyarados. Let me have a look here. Leer, Dragon Rage, Bite, Hydro Pump. He has exactly the moves we need. What a convenient Pokemon to find. Normal people buy their Magikarps for 500 Pokédollars as a scam, or they, the other thing they can do is to, alright, let's just save ourselves from that horror. The other nice thing they can do is to, I completely lost my train. Let me try again. Okay, so we got our Gyarados through very legitimate methods. It was a terrifying sea monster that we couldn't even really see the Gyarados because it was so, it just was so terrifying, and it had all the water and such around it. That's why it looked so weird. But as the most beloved man in the world, Gary actually is given free stuff all the time at Pokemarts. So the citizenry here of poor Vermilion City are extremely grateful for us. You're welcome, Vermilion City. It was our pleasure. Just one moment here. Okay, got it. We are set to head to the Ghost Tower. Let's do actually a little, I think we have, now that we have ourselves a totally normal level Gyarados with very typical moves that you definitely would normally have at this point in the game, I think that it is a great time to level up our Gyarados. He will need to be at the level, let me check again, 22. And currently our buddy is at level 16, so I think we actually do have some space to train him a little bit. Not like that though. Shoot, actually we do not want to use Kadabra. Kadabra is necessary. Alright, you know what? We are going to waste turns and let Kadabra faint because we really don't want him to have. And chocolate chip cookie, by the way. Yeah. Sorry, Kadabra, but actually, one confusion probably won't knock out the opponent. Not that we can do that anyway. Come on, Butterfree, just end Kadabra so that he doesn't get experience points. He really needs to not get experience points. I hope you understand that. Okay. Butterfree can't knock me out, but I myself can knock myself out. Yeah, that was fine, actually. I'm sorry, Kadabra. I know this must be very unpleasant for you. But if you get experience points, you're gonna get to level 20, and then what are we gonna do against that guy with the exploding rocks? Thank you for your understanding, Kadabra. I suppose also we can, there's a lot of trainers available up ahead as well. Thanks, Bugcatcher. Let's go back and heal ourselves real quick, and by real quick I mean really, really quick. Alright, so now we are just zooming through this extremely dull tunnel, and here we go. Wow. So, yeah, Gary Oak is also known for being like a marathon speedrunner, not speedrunner, excuse me, a person who runs very quickly, and he is actually just capable to get right through that tunnel very, very, very quickly. Now let's just go ahead and pick up our items that we can only use, the only items we can use during battles. Let's turn this off, by the way, and turn shift back on for switch training. Which would be 1 potion per Pokemon, and that's all we're gonna get until the champion battle. So I hope these Pokemon like single potions, because that is the only thing Blue ever purchases. Now let's also get ourselves a bike. We had to sit through that strange guy talking about touching Rapidash. But we talked to him. We talked to him, didn't we? Maybe we didn't. Maybe we did not talk to him this time. Well, now we need to go through that stupid tunnel again. It's much harder being Gary Oak than it is being like a solo run. Look at him go. Look at his hair. Whose hair changes directions when you walk? That doesn't even make any sense. Alright, so now we have to listen to this again, unfortunately. Alright, go ahead, guy. Tell us about it. This is one of the most uncomfortable moments in the game. Like, I can't figure out if he's talking slowly or if this is supposed to symbolize he's not saying, like, we're not listening to every word he says, but we hear some words like ravishing and spectacular. I guess this guy was talking to us for like hours about Rapidash. Why doesn't your Rapidash fly you anywhere if you love Rapidash so much? Now we are gonna go for some more marathon training. Hurry on up. The lady in the center of Vermilion, that's right. Thank you for reminding me. We were supposed to talk to the lady in the center of Vermilion. Thank you. Let's go find this woman. We're careful about pollution. We've heard Grimer multiplies in toxic sludge. That's not so bad. I mean, is there another one? I know there's this guy that talks about tamping. My Pokemon is I always thought it was supposed to be stamping, because I didn't know that tamping is also a word. And I found a lot of people also think it's stamping. It's not, it's tamping, and that actually is a word. Because then they say stomping here. So it's like, is it stomping or stamping or tamping? And apparently tamping is an actual word. So I don't think the commenting about Grimer's appearing from toxic sludge is that strange. I mean, I just kind of assumed that was how Grimer's work. Unless they mean like the multiplying. She says she is sweaty. Okay. So in the original version she says she's sweaty. That's kind of funny. I know we were talking about that, right? The coffee guy is actually drunk. I think that they were they're still very cautious, but I think that back in the 90s, Nintendo of America was extremely, like, not just cautious, like conservative even about the content in games. I know, like, they would remove any kind of little cross, anything that could be possibly considered as like a religious symbol. They would change like beer to juice. They were very, very careful with how they translate these games. So it does not surprise me that they took out anything, even if it was just kind of vague, like if it could be interpreted the wrong way. This is really cool, by the way. We're on the bicycle. I was trying to remember the things that they changed. I know that in Pokemon Crystal, which was the first one that had the trainers have animations, the beauty trainer class wink at you, and they actually did remove that for the English one. They don't wink. So even like winking was considered too risque for the children, I guess. And they also made her shorts longer. Like she's wearing short shorts, and they made them about knee length. So that's the other really cool thing about trees, is you don't, not only can you walk past them, you can also bicycle past them. Trees really aren't, a single tree is not a block between yourself and anything. Everyone should just go for their goals, regardless if there's a single tree in your way. Now if there's like 2 trees in your way, you might be in trouble. But a single tree is definitely, you can walk around. Another thing they changed, also in the Gen 2 games, is they had a, the fisherman class was smoking. And they took the cigarette out of his mouth for the English one. So they thought that, oh, that is right. Alex, were you the one that told me that? I know, like, earlier on in one of my streams, somebody told me that last was called miniskirt in Japanese, and I was like, that's crazy. I had, like, no idea. I always just thought of them as last. Last is just kind of a funny word to me. Bikers are villains. I mean, they're called villains? I don't view them as villains. I view them as, like, I don't know. I guess they kind of look like biker gang members, right? So, yeah. I just remember because I was like, well, you know, I'm not changing my name of my channel, nor am I going to wear a miniskirt on my channel. I'm just gonna rock it anyways, because last is like my trainer class I used to use in the games where you could choose your trainer class. There was like that short time period, at least in Gen 4 and 5 and maybe 6, like the Gen 3 remakes, where you could choose your trainer class to appear to other people. Like now it's just you can modify everything, I guess, but poison, I don't want to deal with poison. Gyarados probably actually can also help us with the exploding rocks, now that I think about it. No, that is accurate. I later looked up, like on Bulbapedia or whatever, and they are called they are called miniskirt, which is kind of funny. Because that's not even really, that's like an article of clothing. It's not really a name of a type of person. But yeah, I guess they just changed it to lass, which doesn't really, I mean, lass is just kind of a funny word for a girl, so it's still not very descriptive, but I always just thought of her as like the, like if Pokemon were real, most of us would not be like somebody like Red, I feel like we would be like Bugcatcher or Super Nerd or Lass, things like that. Like in the games, it's always kind of like, why do these trainers have, you know, why does this lady have like 3 Oddishes? But if you think about like people like I don't have any plants. I just have 1 cat, right? So like if I was a trainer, I probably would just be like Lass with 1 Meowth, like, or 1, I don't even know, 1 Litten. But I kind of like that. Another one they changed, I know that they changed in the, I mostly looked up like what they changed in terms of like the visuals. And this again is from Gen 2. They changed the, I think they're called Channeler, like the ghost lady, Channeler or like spirit, whatever. They had like a prayer beads, like some kind of like Buddhist prayer beads or something like that in the original version. And Nintendo of America is very no religious symbols of any kind, right? So they removed the prayer beads, but the end result is actually kind of scarier because then it's like her hand is up, but she doesn't have anything in it. So it just kind of looks like she's possessed by a spirit, as opposed to just like being an old woman that is praying using beads, like prayer beads. What are our level limits again? 22 for Gyarados, yeah, so we actually... We might actually be okay. It was very scary before the boat, the battle on the boat, because we really had like the bare minimum. I guess we might as well also clean up Misty now, actually. Or I guess what I think would be ideal, it would be to first make it down through the rock tunnel and then fly back as needed, because I'm just afraid we're going to overlevel, because last time we just barely made it. This time I don't think we'll have that problem, but to be on the safe side it may be better. And once we get through Rock Tunnel, it's very easy to go across and pick up Fly. And then we get to have a little fun journey figuring out how we fly when we never teach our Pokemon to fly. Yeah, so let's just keep going for now, I guess. Wow, I used up all the antidote. Usually we don't need that many. This is the woman that looks like she should be able to see you. You're 2 steps away, but she cannot see you. It's kind of funny. Let's just go ahead and heal up here, and then we're gonna get to do our favorite completely pitch black tunnel that we normally don't use Flash for anyway, and certainly Blue does not need to use Flash. We can just go right around. Actually, I don't know. Is this one going to challenge us? Perhaps what we should do... Yeah, okay, we can just walk right around her. Cool. Let's just go here. Take out our buddy... the Repel. Probably manage the inventory. If not now, then definitely at the end of this tunnel. Start here. We've got to fight this one. No choice not to fight. Pokemon fight, ready, go! They refer to gym leaders as Buddhas. That's it. I had no idea about that. Like, is that the original So originally they referred to gym leaders as Buddhas. That's crazy. That's cool. It would be nice if we could hit. I mean, I guess Cubone can't hit us, so you know, it'd be nice if Hydro Pump hit at least once. Yeah, Gyarados is a little bit broken. I don't really know how we managed to get so many things that are not in this game normally. That's just... I guess Blue just doesn't have any qualms about cheating at all. Oh, it's just a bad translation. I mean, I do know that... Aren't there supposed to be, like, Buddha sculptures too? There's a lot of little things. I just remember looking once at an article about it, like all the little things that they changed in the translations. And it's not just Pokemon, it was like all Nintendo America stuff. Definitely in the 90s. I don't know if nowadays, because I don't feel like they've become less family friendly, but I feel like maybe what happened is that like game developers just stopped putting in things that were going to get censored in international markets. That would be my guess. That, or you can definitely tell with newer games that they are aware of the fact that they're sold around the world, because they do things like, what do they do? Like, the language in the games is now, like, on signs and stuff, they just have this fictional language. And, like, the money is now like fictional money. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. The scientist that says like he's sent to like, yeah, like somewhere. Tixie sounds right. That word sounds familiar to me. Like, yeah, the scientist gets sent to like middle of nowhere Russia, like Siberia, and it's just like, what's going on? Like, is you know, like, is this? There's a few things like that. I believe there's also, like, Mew is supposed to be from South America, right? Or, like, they discover Mew in a forest in South America or something. And it's like, wait, South what? South Unova? You know, I don't know how they have all these things. One of, whose entry was it? There's also one of the Pokedex entries says something like, it's stronger than a, like, an Indian elephant or something like that. And it's just like, excuse me? What's an elephant? But that's just kind of how they used to not, like, I feel like they used to kind of, like, it was actually, felt like it was more set just in Japan. And now it kind of feels like it's set in this, like, alternate planet. I believe they even retconned, like, Lieutenant Surge in one of the more modern games. He now says he's from Unova. Which is really funny, because like originally he said, you know, he's American or whatever. Alright. Yeah, I think actually we, level-wise, I think we're okay. I don't think we're gonna get over-leveled. Okay, time for a second repel. And here are some trainers to dodge. We can't see them, but some very courteous speedrunner has made a lovely, useful little map here. Now, where are we? Hold on. Started there, then we went there. Now we are, okay, I know where we are. Go down here. This way, then very careful to not bump into a guy there, and I believe there's also a trainer here we can dodge, or we want to dodge. Then, okay, our repel wears off, and then the next guy is gonna be our buddy, the guy with the exploding rocks. Can you sense my power? No. So who made that translation? I'm just curious. if like it sounds like the one you're playing has. It kind of sounds like they added stuff. Do I have this memorized now? Unfortunately, not entirely. I still use. It's actually, let's see. It's called wiki.pokemonspeedruns.com. There's a very useful map. I mean, I have a lot of things about Gen 1 memorized, but not the tunnel. Oh, just some ROM you found. Because it kind of sounds like, I mean, if they mention, because I definitely know that that part is true about the coffee guy. It was originally said he was like hungover or something. Oh, Google Translate. You know, I was, it's a lot of work. I was thinking about, that would be a really fun run to do. Like, I think I saw it was Paper Mario, and they ran the entire script to Google Translate like 20 times or something, like various languages. And it comes out to be something super funny that, like, only very slightly resembles what the script originally was. But I don't know how they do that. Like, coding wise, it seems like it would be pretty intensive. But I definitely do like those computer translated things. They're really funny. It makes more sense, at least, that that guy is drunk, as opposed to, like, why is he sleeping in the road if he just needs, like, coffee? You know, why isn't he sleeping in his house? There's evolutions where the evolutions have the same name. What do you mean? Like Charmander's, like Charmander evolved into Charmander? Ghastly and Haunter are both ghosts. But Gengar is Yuhua. That is interesting. That sounds like, is it like I know there was like a Pokemon Crystal that like they found in like a street market in Vietnam or something that had been Google translated from various languages. We are now at level 20 with Kadabra. So that means Kadabra may not battle any further. However, Pidgeotto needs 5 levels. We gotta catch the Execute. Gyarados gets 2 more levels. I think we need to start training Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto is low in levels. And then Charmeleon. Charmeleon will be easier to train though because, you know, it's like a starter, so it's not a bad choice. I mean, no offense Pidgeotto, but you're no Charmander. Normally I don't like to be mean to my Pokemon, but I think that Gyarados probably would say things like that. Although he's pretty consistent about, like, he even has the Pidgeot in other games. Like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I think he has the Pidgeot as well. We do have to fight this woman. She came this far for Pokemon. So the funny thing is this one, you actually, when you battle this girl, you know you're close to the exit. Because, she's the last one you have to battle before the exit. And she says, like, I came this far for Pokemon. But depending on if she came from Lavender Town, then she actually didn't come very far at all. Gengar, Cubone and Marowak are both named Haha. That is pretty funny. I don't think that is, so it sounds like it's not like a direct translation then, right? Because, like, they definitely have different names in every language. Like, it just wouldn't make sense to have 2 Pokemon have the same names. I do remember, like, the ones I've seen, okay, there's our Whirlwind, we needed that. I've seen, some of the Japanese names are really, like, boring in English. Like, they're very literal. Like, I think Haunter is just literally called Ghost, right? And, like What else? Like I feel like Moltres was like Firebird or something. Like they're words that probably like in Japanese they sound really cool because English would be a foreign language. Like how if we heard random Japanese words, it would sound really cool to us. But from what I remember, that like a lot of their names, if you translate them literally, are not that interesting. The creator said, haha, because the mom. That's so sad! Oh my gosh! That's so, so sad. We had to, unfortunately, say goodbye to Eradicate this episode. It was very emotional. Well, I think Zapdos' Japanese name is like Thunder or something. Like they're all really, the names aren't that interesting if you just translated them literally. What else? I know Umbreon is Blackie, which makes people kind of nervous to pronounce that, but again, like I think in Japanese it just sounds like a cool foreign word, I guess. Whirlwind, you say? Soft, Swifty, and Soft M. That is funny. What is Politoed then? Or is it Gen 1 so there's no Politoed? I don't really think of Poliwag as being soft. I imagine it feels kind of like what's it, like rubbery. I picture it as being like of a rubbery consistency. Like a pool floating toy. But a little bit heavier than that. Alright, so we have in fact arrived at the place where we can now access our next battle. However, we before that next battle, we need to get ourselves an Execute. So let's go ahead and let me see. So Kadabra I'll put at the bottom here to remember to not use. Gyarados 2 levels more. Charmeleon is 4 levels more. Pidgeotto 4 levels more. That's it. Okay, so basically Gyarados is 22 and the other two are 25. And Kadabra's done. If you think about it, Gary was actually going easy on Ash because he did not train his Kadabra as much as the other ones, even though Kadabra's like clearly stronger. Here's our Rambling Gambling Dude. They also changed this, not in the original, in the remake Fire Red Leaf Green. They changed what he says to I'm a Rambling Gaming Dude. Which I always thought was really unreasonable because the whole point of him saying I'm a Rambling Gambling Dude is that it rhymes, so it's kind of fun to say. Like if they were that worried about even having the word gambling, then they should have just changed what he said entirely, I think. And the other weird thing is those games still have the game corner, so they still have the actual function of being able to gamble. They just don't allow the word gambling. It's like I don't know what the logic there is. It's so funny though, this run compared with the solo runs. It feels it's actually, it takes longer because you have to spend more time training the Pokemon, but it also is like very freeing to be able to just switch Pokemon at times. Missed the big score. Oh no. Actually, I don't know. Can we get through this without doing extra battles? I usually cut right through there to be faster, but looks like we're fine. I should save. Haven't saved in a little bit. Nope. We gotta go through here. Now we can go through another tunnel. There is like a PP restoring, like either an ether or elixir, maybe even like a max ether or something good like that in that tunnel. But I think we're okay for now. I don't think we'll necessarily need it. It's, again, compared with a solo run, it's a lot more flexible, considering that we can use more than one Pokemon, so the amount of life power points we have doesn't deplete quite so quickly. We'll probably still want to have some for the Elite Four, for at least things like a Hydro Pump that only have 5. Let's just go ahead and get ourselves some delicious, refreshing water. The Russia guy says he came from the Soviet Union. Yeah, like it would have been disbanded by the time the game came out, right? That's kind of funny. Because I thought the idea was that, like, he was sent there, not that, like, he was originally from there. So I guess that means, canonically, that Team Rocket also operates in Russia. Now, this is a very strange moment, but we actually don't give the girl the water. We're not actually getting Ice Beam for once. Which is too bad. Ice Beam is a really good move. Gary should try it sometime. But alas, we must press onward. And then here we have, look at this. We cannot progress. There's a sleeping Pokemon and we have nothing that can wake him up. So, what any sane person would do, that's right, just walk over him. It already said it. That guy's asleep and he won't wake up. You can walk on him, he won't wake up. That's literally his whole thing, is he doesn't want to wake up. So, no worries there. We have made it past our buddy Snorlax. And we are just gonna try to try to avoid having the very fabric of time-space be torn apart, so we're gonna restart now. Okay, here we are, just like nothing ever happened. And we can now go... We actually can just fight these guys, really, but let's just go ahead and pick up our buddy Execute. It's gonna be so weird that we're actually gonna need to battle some trainers. But we are almost there. Let's just politely go around this way rather than dealing with trees. At least I think you don't need cut to get... Yeah, we don't need cut. Now, it is a great day to find a level 23 Execute. Fun trivia fact, normally in this area, Executes appear in every part of the Safari Zone. However, they typically would be appearing at levels like 24, 25, or even higher. However, we may have a way to deal with that little inconvenience. See. Let's just see how this goes. let's see if we can't find ourselves an execute. Would you look at that? A level 23 execute in a universe where execute would normally not appear at level 23. Oh dear, it ran away. I hope we can find another one. What a coincidence! It's the same execute. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Okay. That's fine. No worries. Okay, that's cool. Execute. You feeling alright, buddy, over there? You feeling okay? You doing okay there, buddy? You're looking a little bit, scrambled there. Okay, well, we've caught ourselves some sort of a little hell beast here. That's cool. Everything is fine. Perfectly normal day at the Safari Zone right here. Nope. I was, yeah. And look at that, now there are no more executes. We caught the only one in the universe. I am actually a little bit concerned about the... Nope, we are leaving early. Little bit concerned about breaking the time, you know, the whole fabric of time and space, because that's already something you can do with this game, even when you're not being blue and cheating. So gonna do a nice little save again, and just teleport to the parallel universe where there are not horrifying scrambled executes about. We just had ourselves a nice normal execute. Cool. He knows barrage and hypnosis, and that's what he's supposed to know. Perfect. Okay. Actually, yeah, let me do a little check-in on our team and their moves. He would go to Glitch City. That is very fair. When it behooves him. Right now is not a time that we would benefit from a Glitch City, but... Okay. Kadabra is all set. These two are the correct level and the correct moves. Let's check in on our buddy Gyarados. He has the correct moves, but he needs a couple levels. Let's check in on our buddy Charmeleon. Ember, Growl, Scratch, Leer, Growl, Ember, Leer, Rage. Okay, so when we get Rage, we need to replace Scratch. Cool. And let's check out Pidgeotto here. That's an attack, quick attack, whirlwind. Okay. So these two are all set. These need 2 levels. He needs to be level 22. These guys need to be level 25, and we need to replace Scratch with Rage, which is quite unfortunate. There's another instance of just Garyoke and his terrible decision-making senses, because Rage is a very bad move. But that's who we are, and that's what we're gonna do. Alright, now time for a perfectly normal and not at all suspicious day at the park. We can even go on our bicycle, how about that? You know, the rappel is actually not going to be enough. This one I've pretty much got down. Cool. Not that we use those, but cool to have. Nothing to see here, just executed the level that you actually can catch it at. No more room for items. Well, you know what we don't need? But we should probably throw out... Actually, we don't need these ill-begotten Master Balls. Our final member of our team is going to be a Rhyhorn, which is also found in here. But not on this trip, apparently. Let's also get rid of... Not our potions, we need those. Guess we'll come back here later, you know what? We'll just, But we need to pick up the surf right now. We need to pick up two things. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna get rid of TMs. Blue does not have any use for TMs, except for, I believe, one. I think there is one TM. Well, here's our Rhydon. We can try and have him for the next battle, but we may not use him. He'll probably run away anyways. Alright, that's now canonical. The reason why we go to the Safari Zone 2 times is actually because Blue, the first time in the Safari Zone, he saw a Rhyhorn and tried to catch it and failed. And there's another item we don't need. That was very foolish of me. I think we can sell the TM for more than the cost of those Paralyze Heals. Although actually, this is not really what I would describe as an item we need to have. So now we are gonna... Oh gosh, I can't do that. You can dig here, you can't teleport. That's interesting. How many steps do we have left? Do we have enough time to... let's just do this, I guess. Then we wasted the rest of the time in the Safari Zone. And we are gonna go ahead and, well, we have something, another interesting thing we can do. That did not work. This does work, however. So we can't go anywhere. That's odd. Let's try this again. There we go. How did we fly? We didn't get the fly TM. Blue himself can just fly. That's not... we didn't really want that to happen. Okay. We're fine. Not breaking the time-space too badly. Just a little bit. That's totally normal. That's how you normally fly places. You know, like your bird Pokemon just kind of like wiggles a little bit. And then you just fly. You just get to wherever you're going. That is exactly how flying works. What can I say? Gary Oak is a master of cheating at things. And honestly, in retrospect, we don't even really need to pick up, like, most of these items. I don't know what I was doing picking them up. We don't need to cut things. We don't need to catch any more fish. We've already caught the strongest fish possible. Save that for the Elite Four. Yeah, we did not want to... We did not want to be over-leveled before the next battle. However, we're actually under-level right now, so now seems like it would actually be a pretty good time to go back and get the badge we need. But let's just put everything in the PC, make some space, sell the nugget, and then we can buy like some single potions, because that's all we use. That's all Gary uses. Right up until the champion battle. What was I trying to get rid of here? This. That is for the Elite Four usage. Yeah, so we can walk around trees. We cannot actually slice down the trees though. Let's go flying again. Pidgeotto that doesn't know fly. That is not where we wanted to fly to. I'm enjoying flying. I don't know about you guys. Now we're just back home apparently. Let's try that one again. Okay. Then just do, you got your typical... That's just, I mean, that's normal. That's exactly what's supposed to happen. That's how I fly. Okay, no more time space breaking for now. This is what happens when you cheat, Gary. You have to learn. You need your grandpa to come in and teach you about the harms of cheating. It is pretty fly! Never apologize for a good dad pun. I'm all about the dad puns. Maybe that's why Gary Oak is such a cheater. He didn't have his dad in his life. He didn't have enough dad puns. He only had Professor Oak talking to him about Pokedex. You don't belong there. These two guys cannot attack in battle now. Only you three. And you have a disadvantage. Yeah, just normal Gary Oak things, you know, kind of flopping around back and forth. Oh, I didn't know that. Congratulations. Now, let's see. Here we are dealing with this gym leader that we somehow managed to kind of travel around the universe without coming across. She was probably, you know, trying to get a bike or something herself. Straight from the source. Also, welcome QC Punk. How's it going? Alright, Charmeleon does not want to stay in here though. I don't know why Misty wants to use an X defend. Ha. Get Rexed, are you? We're actually like a pretty high level now, since we just had to make sure we wouldn't over level our Pokemon before the next battle. Because it was true that in between the battle in Cerulean and the battle on the SS Anne was extremely tight. Like, we just barely made it to the SS Anne at those levels. Whereas now it seems like he spends a little bit of time grinding in between the SSN battle, and the next one, which is the Ghost Tower battle. Gary Oak's been doing quite a bit of just perfectly normal Pokemon activities, like, you know, catching some wild Pokemon that don't like normally be found in the wild, such as this fully evolved Gyarados. He actually went ahead and caught a Pokemon at a lower level than it's normally found. We've got this level 23 Execute. Normally they're found at level 25 or higher, or level 24, 25, I think. Definitely not level 23, that's for certain. We got the only one. And how even did we get to the Safari Zone without waking up Snorlax? Well, we just kind of walked right over Snorlax. That was always an option. Now we can use Cut at any time. Wow. Imagine using Cut and not just walking around trees. That would be ridiculous, Misty. Alright, so now let's take Gyarados for a ride. Nope. And here's some fun times. Here we go. Just normal flying activities. Just another day going for a fly. Gyarados is just fine, okay? There's nothing wrong with this Gyarados, and there's nothing wrong with the way that we go fly. But we do actually need to level up a little bit more. I think it's very appropriate to fly like that way and then locate yourself in the ghost town. I mean, Gyarados looks like you should be able to fly on it. Like, it looks kind of dragon-like, even though it's not a dragon type. And then what did they do? They made it a Mega Gyarados, and it was Dark type or something? Like, they still wouldn't give it the dragon type? Just never gets dragon type. So these two dudes are all set. These three need to level a little bit. Which means we actually do some grinding on actual trainers, which is very different from the typical challenge runs. Alright, let's go have at 'em. So we always fight the gambling dude. I actually don't know, maybe this lady has fewer Pokemon. Maybe it's better to fight her than the gambling dude. Because normally it's kind of a choice. You have to get past that little part of that route, you have to fight one or the other. She has Clefairy. I can't believe we actually found a Clefairy when we were going through Mount Moon. Like, when I want a Clefairy, I can never find one. And then, when we are Gary Oak, who doesn't use a Clefairy, that's when we find one. Like, I think it was even, like, the first encounter in Mount Moon. It was ridiculous. Maybe it wasn't the first encounter, but we definitely found Clefairy. I think we found a Pikachu in the forest, too. It was, like, really weird, unlikely to happen things. No, don't sing. Don't sing. Who do you think you are, Jigglypuff? Woof. Cool, cool. Second Clefairy. Let's just stay in there, Pidgeotto. Let's just, Pidgeotto's movesets are actually... We don't get anything good. Our new move is Whirlwind, which is, you know, nothing like a Gen 1 Whirlwind. I guess Whirlwind is useful in later games because it actually does something. It makes your opponent be forced to switch, and they don't get to choose who they switch to. In this game, it will end a battle with a wild Pokemon. However, in a trainer battle, it does absolutely nothing. So that's always fun. and it's a move that Gary has deemed important enough to keep on his Pidgeotto slash Pidgeot for quite some time, actually. Yeah, see, Lass, you gotta toughen up. Let me teach you, as an experienced Lass, let me teach you secrets. First of all, if you can have a Clefairy. Clefable is actually quite good, but you need a little bit more diversity. Don't just have a Clefairy. You also want to have, like, I don't even know what you want to have. Get yourself a Victini. That's a nice, cute Pokemon that's pretty strong. I like that I'm just casually suggesting that she get a, you know, like one-of-a-kind mythical Pokemon that is extremely difficult to get and does not exist in this game. But that's my life pro tip right there. Get a Victini. Because it was the first, like, cute but also strong Pokemon that came to my head. Okay. Actually, I'll put the Pidgeotto in the front. It's harder to get Pidgeotto level up, I feel like, because, like, Charmeleon is actually not bad, but Pidgeotto is kind of, you know, stuck with the move that doesn't do anything. Alright. I don't know which move does more. Actually, I should probably just. I'll just look at this up and deal with you at the same time. Which one has a stronger. The power of Gust, 40. And the power of Quick Attack is also 40. So I guess. Oh, shoot. Of course it's disabled now. I guess that they're both normal type moves. They both have the stab. If they're both the same base power, which might have changed because a lot of times, like, over the years they change the base power, but assuming that they are both 40 base power, then it makes more sense to always use Quick Attack if possible. Because Quick Attack has the bonus of being a priority move. I don't know, I just kept clicking on that like 3 times. I just really want to use a Quick Attack. What did we do to Raticate? Raticate... We can have a little commemoration of Raticate when we go inside the Ghost Tower, but our Raticate sadly could not continue with us any longer and was not able to continue to live. Some might say we released Raticate. And those people would be accurate because that is in fact what we did. However, I don't think Blue is so cold-hearted that he simply released his Raticate. I think it was kind of a... There's no more suffering anymore, Raticate. The place where you're going, you can have as many Pokesnacks as you want. And Pidgeotto, like, it's not bad, but these levels, did I get Quick Attack back? Yeah. Like, these levels, it's just like, it's just slow. Pidgeotto's just slow, because it's not struggling to defeat these Pokemon, but it's just not very fast. You know what? I actually think now would be a good time for a hydration break. I'm out of water. Viewers, maybe you guys are also out of water, so I'm gonna go get some water and be back in just a couple minutes. I will see you guys then. Alright, and we're back. I hope everyone had a stupendous rehydration. I've got myself here, I have some tea. And I got additional hot water to keep my tea nice and hot. So that made the BRB image actually super accurate, because it is tea time. It is also grind up Pidgeotto 2 more levels time, so let's see what these trainers can give us. Hopefully enough to get us to level 25, so that we may be prepared for our next mirror match, which is forthcoming. I also got I haven't had cookies in forever. I got chocolate chip cookies the other day at the store. Nidorina? I thought you said you like to collect Nidorans. That's a Nidorina. This picture always makes me think that Nidorina looks more like a pig, like a wild, what is that, like a hog or whatever they call it. I typically think of Nidoran like as rabbits, poisonous rabbits, I guess. I'm not really sure exactly what kind of creature they're supposed to be. But Nidorina doesn't really look like this anymore. The one that always kind of gets me is Charmander used to have like a kind of a small spike on his back, and you can still see it in his back sprite and in the art that was with this generation, but no longer do Charmanders have any spike on their back, and in the TV show they don't have spike on their back. So I always still think like they should have a spike in their back, but they don't, and they haven't for years. I guess actually what I was remarking on the other day is the picture right up here, this one in the upper right, that has the blue versus blue image there. If you look at the Pikachu in that image, it actually has a white, like a very distinctly white belly too. Like it's not just oh, you know, the color, like the yellow was kind of light in that 1 second. Like there's an outline there that shows its whole belly is supposed to be white. That's like very old art. And that one doesn't feel as familiar to me. I think because you see so much Pikachu everywhere. But we all know, not all, but it's generally pretty commonly known that Pikachu used to look like very fat. And then over the years he's just got kind of thinner over time. Both in the TV show and in the games, actually, if you look at the depictions. I still think fat Pikachu is like cuter. It's like, you know, it's kind of like tubby and fat, you know, that's cute. But I guess that they wanted to go with the more fit Pikachu. But one thing that changed that's really hard for me to understand is why Pikachu used to have a white belly and now he doesn't. Because that's not even really possible. That's more like Charmander having a horn, where it's just kind of like, wait, what just happened to this species? These battles are just oddly slow. I think because I'm used to... Shoot, that was a lot of damage there. I'm used to being able to... There we go. I'm used to being able to do super effective moves. And just skip trainers like this one entirely. Don't die. Charmeleon! No! Alright, we're fine. So I suppose we determined that Quick Attack is always preferable to Gust. Like if it's choosing between those two, because Quick Attack has priority and they both have the same base power. Alright. Meow. Meow! Did I just get meowed at? Let's go ahead and heal up actually all the way, because right now we're very close to having them all be the right levels. So just like another couple. The Pokemon Center actually works extra fast when Gary is there healing his Pokemon, because they want to like impress Gary. The nurse is like, look how fast I can heal your Pokemon for you. Let's see. Yeah. One more level on the Pidgeotto, 3 on the Charmeleon, and 1 on the Gyarados. I guess Pidgeotto... Let's put Charmeleon in the front now, because he needs the most levels. What's also kind of interesting, right, is there's this little row of people that are apparently all students. This guy, I always thought of Super Nerd as being a bit older than school age. I always thought of a Super Nerd as being maybe like in his 20s. But he did say he was talking about school. I guess the other kind of funny thing is that there aren't schools. No, there is one school in this universe. There's one school, right? In the one in Viridian that teaches you like what the status effects do. Pretty much like every region of the Pokemon world has one school. But that's way across the other side of the map, so I don't really know where these kids like think they're going, because they keep talking about going to school, but they're very far away from where the only school in the world is. So I guess they're just a little bit lost. Coughing is another one whose style change actually. You can see he has that, oh well there he goes. The skull and crossbones were on the top of his head and his eyes and mouth are below. But in most artwork and the TV show and like modern games and everything, it's the other way around. His eyes and mouth are on the top and then his skull and bones is on below his mouth. So that's another kind of weird one, like how, like what, you know, is that a natural design actually there on Coughing? Why is it located in that position? It's all very strange. I'll just go deal with this one. We must look silly standing here like this. We're almost there, guys. Yeah, Pidgeotto is not great, but at least a Pidgeotto is gonna have the advantage on a Pidgey. Pidgey never stood a chance. I do have to remember, I always turn it back to set for major battles, because I think that switch mode gives you an unfair advantage. But for things like here, where we're just literally trying to get more levels to be at the correct levels for the next battle, I do like to, I will leave the switch on, because then it just makes grinding easier, right? But normally it's like, it's actually very broken, right? And it doesn't, like, in terms of lore, switch mode also doesn't make very much sense, right? So people don't stand there and say, okay, I'm gonna use my Nidoran male, and then you choose your Pokeball, right? Like, both trainers throw out their Pokemon at the same time. So I understand why they have switch mode, because, like, especially if it's your first time playing Pokemon, maybe your first time playing a video game entirely, it makes sense that they would want to make it a little bit more accessible. But conceptually, it's a very weird one for me. Because it doesn't work the other way around either. If one of your Pokemon faint, the opponent doesn't just get a chance to switch. I can't remember what level Charmeleon's at. I know it's not at level 25, but I can't remember if it's at level 23 or 4. And I can't check because it has the poison status. Gotta love Gen 1. Dragon Rage is still pretty broken at these levels. It's about to become less broken. It's completely broken early game. It's the worst if you're like doing a Nuzlocke randomize or something and you find something with something hits you with Dragon Rage early on, because it can knock out pretty much everything up to a certain level, maybe level 10 or even 15-ish. Pikachu. We don't really because we've got a weakened Charmeleon, we've got a Pidgeotto that's weak to Pikachu, we've got a Gyarados which is doubly weak to Pikachu, and then the other two on our team there are, they should not be getting extra levels, so I'm trying to avoid using them as much as possible. Don't die, Charmeleon! Perfect, okay. Now you can level up a bit. What level are you? You did not get to level up there. Look what I did. Okay, I picked up $38. So this is very interesting to me too. This woman informs you that, I'm sorry Charmeleon, we're going back to the Poke Center right away. That that lass informs you that she is not able to go through the gate, right? And so those are supposed to be a group of school kids, right? And they're just like, why are they just hanging out in the middle of the road? Well, because they cannot get back to their school because the gatekeepers have blocked their route. These gatekeepers are actually pretty malicious. Like, the more you learn about them, the worse it gets, right? So I've always thought it's kind of ridiculous how corrupt they are, that they can be bought off by a bottle of water. And not only just a bottle of water, but they share the bottled water with all the other guards. I'll just demonstrate right now, right? So this guy is preventing the kids from going to school, right? So I'm like, alright buddy, have some water. And he also just kind of takes it without asking. Like, the way they phrase what he says, it implies that you offer it to him, but I did not even get a chance to choose whether or not to give it to him. They just take it automatically. So now, like, he just lets us go through because we've bribed him with a bottle of water. He shares it with the other guards that also let you go through. So not only did we bribe him with a bottle of water, we bribed him with 1/4 of a bottle of water because he has to share with other guards. 1 bottle of water. That's how cheap the bribe is. I feel like somebody should tell those children too so they can get back to their classes. They don't realize that all they need to do is give this guy 1 bottle of water. Not even like 1/4 of a bottle of water, right? That's like when you're at a dentist's office or something and there's those little, triangular shaped paper cups, like those super cheap ones that just give you like 1 or 2 sips. That's basically what you're using to buy off these guards. And the other strange thing is that, like, once you get to that city, I mean, I guess Team Rocket's there, so maybe that's what they were worried about, but there's no real reason why they should prevent people from coming and going from the city. Like Team Rocket hasn't interrupted everything. It's pretty much just the Sylph building. And then there's like a couple of them walking around. No, why? I swear, when the opponent has, they use a sleeping move, the accuracy is like 1000%. Oh no, it actually used a good choice of a move. Look at that! I mean, it would have done more damage if it did a water gun, but... Here we go. Alright, you gonna level up? Anybody gonna level up? Any interest in leveling up, any of you? Pidgeotto, you just got one level to go. Put some sand attacks in there, make sure it doesn't put you to sleep. Probably just 2. Not that it's gonna matter, he's gonna hit anyway. I swear, if a Hypnosis hits through it being a 50% accurate move to begin with and having 2 sand attacks on it, I am going to flip. Alright, I gotta flip! I don't even know how I would flip, actually. I was very, the extent to which I would react to that was greatly overstated. Alright, we're fine. That's, looks like Pidgeotto had a flip. She was just done with it. Cool. Oh boy, Rage. Now we are going to make excellent life decisions just like Gary Oak does. What move should we get rid of? Obviously not Ember. Maybe we should get rid of Growl? Growl and Lee are kind of redundant, right? One lowers their defense and one lowers their attack. You don't really need both of those. Neither of them are very strong. Maybe we should get rid of... Nope, we're gonna get rid of Scratch. That's just how he does it. He's like a daycare. He replaces moves in the order that they are learned. So Scratch is the very first move on the list. So therefore, when we get a new move, we have to get rid of Scratch. Even though, as we all know, Rage is a terrible move. And the off chance if anybody does not know just how terrible Rage is, it is, in fact, a move that when you use it, you cannot do anything else until you die. Why Scratch when you can range? Well, scratching at least you can have a little bit of break afterwards. Whereas here you're just raging. That's all. That's it. That's all you got. I believe later on they fixed it. The concept is good, right? A move that every time you get hit, your attack increases. That's a pretty interesting concept. But the problem here is that you are not allowed to use items at any point after you use Rage. You're not allowed to switch. It's literally just, you might as well like put your game down and get yourself a cup of tea because you're not going to be able to do anything except watch your Pokemon rage. Ouch, that Voltorb, is it just me or did that Voltorb's cry like cause like a really high-pitched... That I don't know what that was. It was like I don't even think it was his cry, but there was just like that high-pitched noise right there. Really weird. Okay, cool. Alright, down goes Voltorb. Magnemite. Magnemite is not a steel type. Not here. Yeah, I don't know what that sound was. I do actually, probably even actually next time, I've been experimenting with adding music, just using like remixes of music that are the creators on YouTube say they are okay with like people using it. I'm thinking about just having that, especially for like a Gen 1 run. The regular music can get a little bit redundant, so probably next time that is what we'll have. But for now we get to listen to the beeps and boops, and I don't know what Voltorb did, but he's gone now anyways. So, alright, Pidgeotto is the correct level. Charmeleon and Gyarados. We are almost there. Let's actually go through this town so we have it as a spot we can fly to with our very, very normal flying that totally is the correct way to fly that we do. Actually, I know what trainer we can fight early. We can go ahead and deal with the rocket guy in the game corner. Right now what we have left, Pidgeotto is the correct level. Kadabra, execute, correct level. We have one dude remaining. Two, excuse me. Charmeleon needs to be level 25. And the Gyarados needs to be level 22. So, let's go and do that. Discarding a poster, it's okay, dude. I mean, I understand you're kind of suspicious, but you should see all the suspicious stuff that's going on in our universe right now. Like, guarding a poster actually isn't that big of a deal. Oh, Raticate, every time I see one, my heart skips a beat in sadness. We barely knew you, Raticate. Alright, down he goes. Now we are level 25. Gyarados. Let's do it. Hopefully you get one level from this. Okay, that's fine. Nothing Gyarados can't handle? Cool, actually, yeah, nothing Gyarados can't handle. You can't confuse who is already the most confusing creature. However, I don't think Gyarados leveled up there. I don't even hear anything. Yeah, what do you got left, Gyarados? 849. Let me double check. What's the next battle after Lavender? Sylph. Okay. Because we actually don't necessarily need to pick up such an item as a Sylph Scope. In fact, canonically speaking, I don't believe that Blue did get the Sylph Scope, right? First of all, like it seems like there's only one Sylph Scope. Secondly, he talks about not being able to find Marowak, whereas if he was able to use a Sylph Scope and see Marowak, unless he had his own Sylph Scope, but he just didn't go to the top floor of the Ghost Tower. But why would you only go to part of the Ghost Tower? I don't know. I don't think he found the Sylph Scope. Might also be just a cool trick to show. I remember previously, at least one person watching these said that they didn't realize you could skip the Sylph Scope. Alright, we are the right level. Thank you, Rockets. Let's just get out of this den of illegal activity and activities that are not illegal but will still be banned in the future, such as gambling. So let's go ahead and find ourselves indeed a Pokédoll might be of interest. Is it this floor? Yep. So, as we all know, Gary, as the kind-hearted individual that he is, was being very thoughtful and thought I should get a souvenir from Celadon City to give to, I don't know, the sister. I bet Blue's sister would love a Pokédoll. She has a name. I can't remember her name right now. Daisy, maybe? I feel like she has a flower name. Actually, we can just engage in some more questionable. Actually, you know what? Can we teleport? Where will we end up if we teleport? I don't remember where we healed last. Is this gonna bring us to Lavender? I hope it does. No, we healed in Saffron. Alright, that's fine. We just go ahead and heal on up, and now we are at the correct levels and moves for, this is very exciting, our next battle. And he leads with Pidgeotto. So we can switch during the battle, but I just do not, I'd still lead with Pidgeotto because he leads with Pidgeotto. But I'm not going to be as foolish as the rival actually is to not do things like switch, or to choose moves that do damage as opposed to the rival who greatly enjoys using Whirlwind and Teleport even though they do not do anything whatsoever. So let's just go on through here. And let's find ourselves at the extremely sad Poke Tower. Time to pay our respects for our dearly departed Raticate. Alright, here we go. Bit of a sad moment. Raticate! Oh, it's too sad. Alright, enough of that. We have paid our tribute, and now we can get on with our battling. I will have you know that music started when Raticate first died. And we saved, right? We literally just saved, right? Okay. So we are going to now battle. This one's for you, Raticate. I'm like trying to not laugh. This is it's really later. Basically, that is basically what happened. Alright, how do you like being sand attacked? Your gust means nothing to me. Your gust means quite a bit to me, ow. Alright, we got a couple sand attacks in there. Let's use... Now let's just stick with the Pidgeotto. Oof. Alright, just kidding. Let's switch to... Who do we want to switch to? Not you, not you. This one, I guess. Let's switch to our Charmeleon. How do you like that, rival? That you never thought you'd see another Charmander before. Why does it keep getting critical hits? Why don't we get critical hits when we use our Pidgeotto? How dare you put sand in our eyes? We don't like sand. Good job, buddy. That is definitely a move that totally does damage. Nothing like a good Whirlwind in Gen 1. Oh, Execute. If only we had a type advantage Pokemon. Hypnosis? Really? Time to scramble some eggs. Good job, Charmeleon! Look at that! Look at that! Charmeleon not falling asleep. Charmeleon getting the critical hit. I am proud of you, Charmeleon. You can tell Charmeleon is really, you know, Raticate was one of his first friends ever in this world. This battle means so much to Charmeleon. We gotta get you out of here, buddy. Charmeleon will not go down today. Oh geez, the Dragon Rage. I mean... Wow, that is actually... Not only did that confusion do extremely little, but that dragon, oof. And I want to save ours. I don't want to use... I want to save Gyarados for the, I mean, who knows what the opponent's gonna have, but... If there was a chance that... Oh, come on, I put sand in your eyes. You can't hit me, you have sand in your eyes. Come on, Pidgeotto. Keep sand in them. One more. That will teach you to hit me with your moves. I guess we can use Execute here. Look at that. I very rarely would I ever normally use Execute, so I don't really recognize its spec sprite. It's a little bit confusing. Like, how many eggs make up an Execute? What happens if you take one Execute away from the others? Like, I just have a lot of questions about Execute. Oof. Okay. You know what? I was trying to save Gyarados, but let's just send him out now. He is so OP at this point. It is crazy. Why does he have Hydro Pump? This is so early game for such a powerful move. Like, we are still using Ember, and Gyarados has Hydro Pump. And Dragon Rage. Yeah, you don't like Dragon Rage so much now, do you, buddy? Looks like Dragon Rage isn't so easy to deal with now, is it? Alright. This guy. Let's just Dragon Rage him some more, honestly. I don't even know what Dragon Rage is. Like, it looks like fire. Is it fire? I don't know what's supposed to represent there. Kinda looks like a fire spin. Alright, and time for... Uh-oh, now we get to see what happens when you use Rage. Oh, we won't get to see, because this is... I would be shocked if this was not an Oko. It was an Oko. One hit KO. Get out of here, Ash. You cannot beat me. I am like 10 light years ahead of you. Why does he look to the side here? He's so dramatic. Can't find a Marowak, you say? I wonder if we can find such a thing. Let's just heal up. Usually when we do the solo runs, that battle is an extremely easy one because generally we get the scope before going to the tower. The game obviously would expect a new player to first attempt the tower, then realize you need the self-scope, and then exit, and then come back later. But since we know in advance, and anybody who's played this game at least one time knows in advance that you can't get through the tower without the scope, then they just wouldn't do this battle against the rival until they got the scope first. So it was like kind of a cool idea, and then like execution did not happen that way. But now we can display our next target team. Okay, no more Lavender team. Where are you? Sylph team. So we got quite a bit of, we actually have quite a bit of space in between now and Sylph, so we can do various parts of this game. But we have, like, level 37 for Pidgeot. We are currently at level 25. We got 12 levels. 38 for Execute. It's pretty crazy, actually. The gap between the Lavender battle and the Sylph battle is quite high. So I think the game expects you to do a lot of things in between that, right? Like several gyms, fight Team Rocket 2 times, I guess. I don't even know who we should start training up first. I mean, I think actually let's just put Kadabra up here, Kadabra's only level 20, and we're gonna need to get him to level 35, so that's higher than most. And he can also just very smoothly deal with all these ghosties. Now, not these ghosties, because we cannot see them. I used to find this terrifying as a small child. Like, Kadabra's too scared to attack, and the ghost just says, "Get out." That is so spooky. This is the downside, though, of, we're, like, lower level than these wild Pokemon, so Repel is not actually doing much. Be gone, evil spirit. Excuse me? Did you just call me an evil spirit? So in this game, she has, I don't know if those are prayer beads or what she's holding in her hand there, but she has some sort of, occult thing in her hand there. Nope, that was a terrible move. Why did I just do that? That is a classic blue move. And now we're confused. Alright, whatever, let's just have somebody else participate for a little bit. Feels so weird being able to switch Pokemon. What is this? Let's just go ahead and Dragon Rage him. Alright. These ghosts are so spooky. I really like this concept. I feel like they didn't do that again. I guess Kecleon is kind of similar, where like you can't see it until you have the item. Be cursed with me, Qua. I don't even know what that means. Like, is she already cursed and she's spreading her curse around? These Ghastlies are not gonna learn cursed for 3 more years. I did it again! I thought I had switched the order of the moves. Oh my goodness. Alright, ready. There we go. Lick does not affect the Psychic type. So that was one of the very funny things about this generation and Psychic being completely broken. They tell you in the game and in the instruction booklet and the guide and everything says Psychic Pokemon are weak to ghosts. And then there's only one ghost type move, it's Lick. Lick has a base power of something like 20, a very, very low base power. And it in fact does not work on Psychic type moves. Psychic Pokemon are not weak to ghosts, they are immune to ghosts. I don't know how that game lasted such a long time without anybody like noticing and correcting that. It's just like, I don't know, because the one we got is already modified from the Japan one. We already have a better version somehow that had some of the like programming errors fixed. Delicious, delicious spaghetti code. No, that lady doesn't bother us. HP up. Who could use an HP up? Might as well just use that now. I don't know, who's tanky here? I guess Execute. I shouldn't have even used the Repel because because we're this lower level, the Repel won't be, it won't work. I like that we can see the level of the wild ghost though. We can't tell what kind of Pokemon it is, but we can tell how strong it is. I don't know how that logic works. But let's just, because we're almost at the end of today's time, so let's just make it past the Marowak, and then we can stop there and deal with Team Rocket next time. Next time will be Friday, 2 days from now, noon at California time. That's 3 p.m. East Coast of USA time. I believe it's 7 p.m. what was it, GMT, which I guess is the time in Britain or something. I don't really know why. I just know that that's considered like the standard to calculate other time zones from. Oh man, look at him using a move that actually hits me. Why you gotta be that way, Ghastly? Why don't you just use Lick like all the other ghosts? Keep. And then this, I believe, is mandatory. Oh, no, I guess you can actually walk around. No, I think you can't. I think that the road up there is blocked. Or not road, but you know, corridor, whatever it is. It's kind of strange to have a cemetery that is also a tower in the first place. I don't know if they have that. Like, I don't know if that's a Japan thing or if that's just this game thing. But, I mean, cemeteries are usually, like, even if you're not burying actual bodies, like, even if it's, like, cremation or whatever, you still usually would not have, like, the people would be in the ground, you know what I mean? Not, like in a building, like in a tower, then, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know how a Pokemon's lifespan works, because it's not tied to evolution. There's pictures of, like, very old Pokemon. Like, there was an extremely elderly Trico, and so that means that evolution is not a result of aging, it's a result of training. Like, a Pokemon can stay unevolved until old age. Alright, here we are. Oh no! It's a scary, scary ghost. So yeah, if we try to fight this ghost, it won't work. The ghost tells us to leave, so if we run... Oh no, the ghost is still there. Whatever will we do? We are Gary. We don't have the ability to obtain a self-scope. We don't have such fancy items. We don't have the favor of the Giovanni. Let's try this doll we purchased to give to our sister. Let's inside give it to this nice ghost. And the ghost was the restless soul of Cubone's mother. The mother's soul was calm, it departed to the afterlife. So, I guess the doll helped her. She liked it. She liked the doll. It's actually, if you think about it too hard, it's very sad. So I'm not going to do that. I am going to call it a day for today. Thank you so much, everyone who came and watched. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone who came and chat. Thank you to lurkers. I will see you guys day after tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a great rest of your day, everyone, and see you guys next time. Bye.